necklace, we give a You Are So Loved necklace to a teen girl in foster care. And that right now we're just working with the Arizona foster care system. And I'm going to kind of try to explain to you why this is so near and dear to my heart. In the United States, we have something called foster care system, and that's where kids are placed when they are removed from their home, when their parents can't take care of them, or if the kids are in danger, or they're being abused or neglected and things like that. So the U.S. will remove the children and place them in a foster home. I'm a foster mom as well. But what's difficult is when the kids are, let's say they're 6 and under, it's really easy to place them in foster homes because everyone wants a younger kid. Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. And so that's great. But when kids that are in the system start growing up and they're like 7, 8, 9, and 10 and older, it's really, really difficult to find them foster homes. So what happens is they will, let's say a 7-year-old or an 8-year-old gets removed from his parents and he's placed in foster care. The foster family has a hard time with him because he's had 7 years of living a really crazy life. And so now he's acting out. There's lots of issues and the foster parents can't deal with that. They're overwhelmed. Maybe they have kids of their own and the foster child is acting out with their kids. So it can get very messy. So they disrupt and that child is removed and placed in another foster home, and then in another foster home, and then in another foster home. So you can kind of see the cycle. Sorry, my mouth gets dry. So by the time a child in foster care reaches the age of 11, the chances of teens or preteens, the chances of them being placed in a foster home, or better yet, being adopted, are gone. They're slim to none. It's not going to happen for them. And can you imagine, you've been rejected by your family, you've been rejected by foster homes, they start to feel very inwardly, they start to feel like, I am not worthy. And I can speak from experience. I was raised in the foster care system. I went into foster care when I was 9 years old, and I aged out of the system. That means that I left when I was 17 years old. And so I know what they're going through. I know what it's like. I know they feel very helpless, and they certainly do not feel loved. And so what my message, the message that I'm trying to convey is that they are loved. You are loved. If you're a teenager and you're in foster care right now, you are loved. God loves you. God loves you. He created you. You are special. He created you. Even before you were born and you were in your mom's womb, He knew everything about you. He knew the number of hairs that you had. He knew your eyes and everything about you. He loved you before you were even conceived. And even though it's hard to believe because of everything that they've been through, going through foster home to foster home and abuse and rejection, I know it was hard for me to believe. That was like, wow, okay, I don't have a father, so how can I relate to God as my father? But as I got to know Him more and more, that became more real to me. And so that is the message that we see in the sky. We're trying to just spread out to teenagers in foster care, not to lose hope, but to have hope that they are loved. And guess what? This is not the end of their story. Their story continues, and it can be something amazing and something that will change lives.